Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. I know it's been a hot minute since I've last filmed, but a lot of things have been going on. I was on vacation and then I got really busy setting up my new business. But today I thought I had to film because I got this. I don't even know. It's been more than a week. I got this like 2 weeks ago maybe. And I still haven't even played with it because I was saving it so I could see how it is on camera. So this is the Conspiracy palette by Jeffree Cosmetics and Dawson. So their collaboration. I'm sure you've seen it already. I'm sure you've seen videos and photos and probably the series as well where they show you how they make everything, and that was really interesting. I think that's probably why I bought the palette, to be honest. Just seeing that journey and how everything was made was really interesting, and I was so invested. I was like, I have to buy it, even just as a collectible. So as I said, I've ordered this on launch day at 4 in the morning Australian time. I ordered it off Princess Polly Boutique, which is a Jeffree Cosmetics, how do you say it, carrier? Is that right? That's probably not the right word, but you know what I mean. It's like an official Jeffree Cosmetics supplier in Australia. And so I got this from them. Shipping was really quick, which was good. I think I paid, so it was $85 Australian on the website, and then I had a coupon code for 20% off, so I ended up paying around $68. Is that right? I don't know, you guys can do the math for me. So like I said, I haven't actually used it yet, so I don't really know how the shadows perform on me personally. I have used this palette on a client. She brought her own, so mine is completely untouched. Okay, so what really caught my attention when I saw this palette for the first time was the packaging. It is absolutely incredible. So I've opened the clasps here, but it actually comes like this. And then it's just like shaped like a pyramid. It's really 3D, which I love. It's just so beautiful, done so well. And then you open it, and that's what you see inside. Just gorgeous. Everything is perfect. The only thing I've noticed when I opened it is that some of my shades had like specks of colors from other shades. So for example, I don't know if the camera will pick up on it. I kind of like dusted it off, but you can still see it. The shade Trish, there's a bit of blue in the corner there. So that, I'm guessing, is from another palette, or maybe it's from Illuminati and then it looks kind of blue in the pink. I don't know, but yeah, there's a bit of blue. I've also had the same problem with Diet Cola. You won't be able to see it now because I've dusted it off, but it had a bit of Trish on it as well. But it didn't really bother me that much. It's not like it's dirt or whatever. It's literally just another shadow. Other than that, another first impression I've had when I just look at this palette, what I'm not really a huge fan of is that the colors just kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but you can't use like a family of colors to create one look, if that makes any sense. But for example, my client the other day wanted a pink look, and when you look at this palette, I mean, there's just definitely not enough shades to just create a really nice dimensional pink look with just this palette, right? Because you have these two and then maybe this one that you can add to deepen it, but you definitely need another shade for a transition or something like that. So I actually had to use one of my Morphe palettes to work along with this one to create a really nice pink look. But similarly, even let's say if you wanted to create like a really nice green look, I just feel like personally, for me, like for some it might be enough. For me personally, there's not enough shades to create a really nice deep green look with this palette. So you have this shade, and that shade. I would have liked to see one more, just because these two are a shimmer, so that's the only matte greeny shade in there, and I just would have liked to see more matte green shades. I've just watched the last episode of the series and they are bringing out that really nice unnamed green shade out in the next restock, so I'm really excited for that. That will be amazing. But other than that, I mean, you can definitely create some looks with the browns. I think there's definitely enough neutral shades that you can create a really nice, beautiful neutral look here. I like that there's a black. I haven't tried it personally. I've heard that it blends beautifully, so we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to use it today, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's just get into it. I realized I just spent like 7 minutes rambling, so let's just let's just go in and try it and see how it goes. So I literally am not wearing any makeup at the moment, and as you can see, I've got some breakouts happening on my forehead. Who knows why? Stress maybe. Also braided my hair just so we have some nice waves when I take it out. Okay, I'm not really sure what kind of look I want to go for today, to be honest. I'm actually going to the noodle night markets here in Melbourne later today, so I don't want to do something too crazy because people will probably be like, you're being a bit extra, girl, you know, which I am, but not really feeling that vibe today. So I kind of want to stick more to neutrals and see how they perform maybe. I'm kind of really drawn to that green shade as well, so I might even like do like a subtle green in there, like maybe this one. So I've got my Painterly paint pot from MAC here, and I'm just going to use that to prep my lid. Alright, so lids are nice and prepped and ready for some eyeshadow. I think before I start though, I am going to pop a bit of serum on because my skin is feeling a little bit dry, so I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime Moisture Infusion. And I'm just going to apply that all over my skin, just so we can hydrate, you know. I'm going to start out with my Zoeva 228 crease brush. Just a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go in with my Pills, which is this pale beautiful kind of skin tone shade here, that one. So I'm just gonna go in it and I'm just gonna apply that all over my lid and in the crease, and I'm gonna go quite high with it as well, like that. I just want to mention too that I love that this comes with a mirror, so I can actually use that while I'm doing my makeup. I'm gonna go in with Tenacon, which is this shade here, so just right next to it, the brown shade. And I'm gonna pop that in the crease and a little bit in the outer corner. And I'm just gonna grab a clean blending brush as well. This is the Zoeva 227, and I'm just gonna blend the top there, just so I don't bring the color up too high. I'm gonna take Diet Root Beer, which is this shade right here, and I'm gonna pop that in the crease and on the outer corner as well. So far, I just want to say everything is blending out beautifully, no problems at all. My friend who also bought this palette, and she's already used it, she actually mentioned that she wishes that this palette had one deep brown shade, and I was like, oh, like I agree, but I was like, you know, you can get away with just Diet Root Beer and just like building it up and getting to the intensity that you want. But now that I'm doing my makeup with this palette, I can see that I can definitely agree with her. It's just like, it's nice, but it's just very light, and a deeper brown shade I think would have just done the trick here. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to do to kind of like deepen it with this palette. That's kind of the annoying thing about it. But I'm going to put Conspiracy, which is this green shade. And I'm not going to cut the crease or anything. I'm just going to pop it on straight with just a brush. This is 234 from Zoeva. And I'm just going to apply that. Ooh! Very pigmented, even without using like Fix Plus or anything, so I love that. Well, that is stunning. That is a stunning color. I don't know if you can see that, but that is a stunning color. Oh, this green is what dreams are made of. Oh my god. Absolutely stunning. I love how easy it is to apply. I've never really worked with a shimmer like this before, that I didn't need to use Fix Plus for it. That is stunning. I don't know if you can see that green, but I love that. I'm just gonna take a small tiny brush and just gonna like blend that kind of like edge there, just so everything blends in like beautifully together and there's no harsh lines, because I don't really want this to be a cut crease or anything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a small Zoeva brush. This is the 231 Petite Crease brush, and I'm going to go into Diet Root Beer again, which is that like the darkest brown shade here, and I'm just gonna put that in the outer corner. Yeah, but a deeper brown would have looked so good here. I definitely agree with that. I don't know if I brought the color up too high or if I just need like something a little bit darker. Should I go into the black? Like, I'm scared to go into the black, honestly. That's good enough. I know it looks kind of messy at the moment, but I'll clean it up. I think I'm gonna go in with the black. I'm gonna do it. I'm scared. Alright, dipping into my rides here. Wish me luck. Funny if I'm gonna butcher this whole look with it. Okay, I'm just gonna go in the outer corner. Just slightly. I don't know if I love it or if I hate it. Actually, that blended out quite nicely. I'm gonna go into Diet Root Beer and just go over that black. Just to see if I can make it more of a brown than a black, you know? That kind of worked. What do you guys think? If I'm being totally honest, I feel like the black made it look a little bit more dirty. So I don't know if I'm really into it. Okay, I feel like that made it better, just taking a clean brush and just going over everything. Just to soften it all out. I think that made it look a bit better. What do you think? I don't know, I still think it looks kind of messy-ish. Okay guys, so all I did right now was I took a cotton pad with some micellar water and just cleaned up under my eyes just to sharpen that, like create more of a cat eye look, I guess. Look, the black, like I'm not a fan, honestly. I'm just not. Yeah, like I'm not sure if maybe it's just because of the colors I've used. Like maybe if I did a black smoky eye it would blend beautifully, you know, but because I had so many like light colors, it just, I found it a little bit hard to work with. I'm actually going to pop some lashes on. I'm going to do the Holy Grail Cosmetics Lust lashes. It comes in a pack like this. I actually have a coupon code for you guys, Maya, for I think it's 15% off. Alright guys, I popped my lashes on. It was a bit of a struggle, not gonna lie, because I didn't cut them enough. And so they were too long and this eye stuck fine, but then this one was like, glue was everywhere and I was like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna cut them and do them off camera. But it's all good, I really like them actually, they're really, really pretty. So I'm gonna do the rest of my face now. I've prepped with the Moisture Infusion Serum and now I'm going to also apply the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Primer. By the way, I know my last video was reviewing the Fenty Hydrating Foundation and I just want to say that that foundation is literally one of my favorites now. I love it. I use it pretty much on a daily basis. It's so good. Alright, so today I actually want to use the Prolong Wear Nourishing Foundation from MAC. I don't know why. I just haven't used it in so long. I was like, it's time. It's time to use it. So I'm actually going to apply my foundation with a beauty blender or a sponge. It's not the real beauty blender. Just because I don't want it to be too full coverage and this foundation is already, like it has really good coverage already. I'm just gonna sheer it with a sponge. That looks beautiful. Alright. If anyone's wondering, I'm in the shade NC20. I'm gonna use my Shape Tape Concealer in Fair Neutral. I always look so damn pale after I put concealer on. It's actually hilarious. But that's okay. Gonna set my face with the Perfect Setting Powder from Cover FX. By the way, I do realize that I look crazy pale right now, but don't worry, it all comes together when everything is done. Gonna contour. I'm actually gonna bronze, not really contour, with this bronzer. So this is the Mecca Max Beyond Bronze Mega Bronzer. It's massive. I love it. It has a bit of shimmer in it. And this is a brush I recently got from MAC, the 168S. And I am obsessed with it. Like, it's small enough that it's really precise for applying your bronzer and contour. What am I gonna do now? I'm gonna do my blush. MAC Warm Soul Blush. Alright, let's do the brows. So I'm just gonna use the Model Rock Define and Fill Pencil in Dark Brown. That's the one that I got gifted when I was the brow ambassador. I'm just gonna lightly fill in my brows. Okay, my camera died, but I just did one eyebrow and I'm just gonna do the other one. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I'm gonna do the bottom of my eyes and I'm gonna take the brush I've used, the 231. I'm gonna take Tanacon, which is the light brown shade, and apply that under my lash line. I'm also gonna take Diet Root Beer and apply that. 226 smudger brush. I'm gonna take Just the Theory, it's that shade over here, and I'm gonna apply that on the outer corners. Just like that. And then I'm gonna take Conspiracy, which was that green we used on the lid, and I'm gonna apply that on the inner lash line, so just over here. You know, I really like this, but it's missing like something, and I just don't know what it is. Camera died again, so I'm not sure what it caught, but I just added that the black, my right here in the outer corner, and just smudged that out a little bit because I felt like it was missing that depth in there. I would have definitely much preferred to use a darker brown for this, but there isn't one in the palette, which is really upsetting, but that's alright. And then I'm gonna take Diet Root Beer and go over that black, because I don't actually want it to be black, I want it to be a dark brown. Yeah, that definitely looks okay, but it's just not really what I had in mind. And like I said, it's because there's just not enough shades in this palette, in my opinion. Like, it's not a bad palette, I really like it, but the shades I feel like just need to be a little bit more cohesive, you know? I mean, the green is cute. Might even be able to do the green a little bit more intense with Fix Plus. Let's see how that goes. So this is Conspiracy again. Yeah, Fix Plus is definitely our friend here. That's so cute. Right, like how much better is that? Yeah, so Fix Plus is definitely a big yes when it comes to that Conspiracy shade. That's cute, I actually really like that. Alright, let's do some mascara. Really like this, but I feel like it turned out a lot more intense than what I wanted it to. So I think I will put some eyeliner on. And I'm just gonna use my Graph Black eyeliner from MAC. This is the Technicolor liner. Did that make it better or worse? Because I can't tell. I think that made it better a little bit. What should I do for lips, guys? That is the real question. I'm gonna use Stripped Down Lip Pencil from MAC. Guys, I literally went off camera for like 10 minutes to try and look for the Jeffree gloss so I can use it, and I have no idea where it is, so I'm gonna use the Honey Love lipstick from MAC. And damn, I really wanted to use the Jeffree gloss for this video, but I'm gonna use the MAC lip gloss in Please Me. It's a similar shade to the one I had in the Jeffree gloss. Alrighty, so that is the makeup. Oh, I haven't even said it or added highlighter, so cute for me. For highlighter, I'm using the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish Trio highlighter, and I'm using the middle shade. I'm gonna let my hair out finally. Alright, let's set this and I'll give my final thoughts. So overall, the makeup look turned out okay. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but that's just me. I think it's just the colors I chose and all that. I don't know, like, I think I would have liked it more if I would have just stuck to having the brown underneath and no black or green, but you know, just wanted to be a bit adventurous. The palette itself, look, I really like everything about it. I like the quality. I like the packaging. I really like it. The only thing that I am just not sure about is just the color story. Like, I just like everything here, but I just feel like I stand by what I said at the beginning of the video, where it's just hard to create looks because some shades are missing. Like, even today when I was doing this look, like, I would have really loved a dark brown, you know, so I could use that instead of the black, because I never use black. Like, instead of this black, I would have preferred a dark brown, but that's just me, you know. Yeah, like, that's how I feel with other shades as well. Like, if I wanted to create a pink look, I just feel like there's not enough shades to create like the kind of pink look that I would go for. I would need another one. Same with green, same with like literally everything. It's a good palette, but it's just kind of like, I feel like it should have concentrated more on like specific color stories, if that makes sense. I feel like they focused a lot on getting pretty shades in there instead of actually being like, okay, how are people gonna use this palette? Like, what kind of looks can people create with this palette? Because I think I would have preferred to have a bit more brown shades in there, maybe a bit more pink in there. Like, I feel like the orange is a bit unnecessary here. Like, instead of the orange, maybe like another green shade would have looked good. I feel like sleep paralysis and spiraling especially, like, I feel like, there we go, I feel like spiraling, this is a shimmer and it should have been a matte dark brown. That's what I think. I think that's what would have made it look really good, and it would have like kind of tied in the palette together. I wouldn't use like a dark brown shimmer on myself ever, you know? I think you have sleep paralysis, which is like a better option. So I don't know, I just feel like I would never use spiraling, and I feel like it would have been better if that spot was given to a dark brown shade. But that's pretty much my thoughts on this palette. I mean, it was cool seeing how everything was made and everything, and I mean, I do love it. I do really like this palette. I think all the shades blended like a dream, as all Jeffree palettes do. Like, I'm obsessed with Jeffree, and I think his work is incredible, and I think he did a really, really good job with this palette. But that's just my opinion. That's just my personal opinion. Like, I feel like even with the Jawbreaker palette, it was easier for me to create looks because I could be like, ooh, this, and this, pink look. This, and this, green look. Like, do you know what I mean? Whereas this one, it's a bit harder for me to tie it in together and think of like looks that are really cohesive, and just like, you know, I'm never too outrageous with my makeup. I feel like for someone who is really outrageous with their makeup, they would find this amazing because, you know, they could mix shades that don't usually go together and create like amazing looks, but I'm not that talented and I like things that kind of like work together easily. So just personally, okay, there's no lipstick on my teeth. I would have just preferred to see that. But that's just, like I said, personal opinion, and it's not like I'm hating on the palette or anything. I do really love it, but that's just what I feel like would have made it better for me, personally. But other than that, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will try to make videos more often. I am quite busy, but now I am on a uni break, so hopefully I'll have a bit more time. Also follow me on Instagram. My handle will be down below. I'll also link my business Instagram below if you're in the Melbourne area and you would like to get your makeup done. I do offer freelance services now, so if you'd like to book in, have a look at that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!